Hello everyone, once again we are here with this chapter number 4, linear equation in two variable. In last video we have discussed about the third chapter, that is coordinate geometry. Now here we are having linear equation in two variables. So we have learned this in our 8th class also, linear equations, but here we have two variables. So at the end of this chapter we'll be able to identify a linear equation in two variables, and we'll be able also to find a solution for linear equation in two variables. So identification and the solution. So what is this? If we write this equation as ax plus b is equals to 0, this we can see linear equation in one variable, because one variable is here x. Variable, you know that this value can be changed. Now here is, if we introduce one more variable with this b, ax as it is, plus by, one more variable is there, and plus c, this is a constant term, is equals to 0. So here are two variables x and y. So we have linear equation in two variables. So what is a linear equation? How can we define this? The linear equation in two variables. So if we write a linear equation like this, any kind of variables we can use here, x dash by plus c is equals to 0, or we can take the small alphabets here, ax dash plus by dash plus c is equals to 0. So we can see here it is given x dash, y dash, these are the variables, a, b, c, or small a, small b and c are the variables. So because of this we have to remember some points. What are these points? A and b are called coefficients of x and y. Here a is the coefficient of x dash, similarly, and b is the coefficient of y dash. So we can use here a and b are called the coefficients of the variables, and c is called a constant term. C, this is the constant term that we are using here. A, b and c are real numbers, and the most important thing is that here a and b both should not be 0. That is, a is not equals to 0 as well as b is not equals to 0. Otherwise the equation will reduce to single variable or in the constant term. So see the example here. This is given. So how can we define the equation now? The definition can be written as any equation which can be written in the form of ax plus by plus c is equals to 0 is called a linear equation in two variables, where a and b and c are real numbers, and the condition is that a is not equals to 0 and b is not equals to 0. Both should not be equals to 0. Now see, example is given here. We have to check that this is a equation, linear equation in two variables or not. If we are writing here x minus 4 is equals to root 3y, so we will transpose this root 3y to left side. X minus, the sign will change, x minus root 3y minus 4 will be shifted to the third term with sign is equals to 0. Nothing is left here, so 0 is left. So we can write this, x is here, no coefficient, so we will write 1 as a coefficient, 1 into x plus, because in the equation, general equation, we are having plus. So minus sign we will take in the bracket, and the second variable plus, because in the general equation again there is plus, so we will take this minus sign in the bracket, the minus 4. If we compare this equation as ax plus by plus c is equals to 0, so this equation can be written in the form of ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. Similarly, 2u plus 5v is equals to 0. So 2u plus 5v plus, constant term is not here, so along with 0 in the multiplication of 0, we will write here c is equals to 0. Now it can be written ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. So this is how we can represent a linear equation in two variables. So like this, whichever is missing, we will write that one in the multiple of 0. Just like here we have written, because c is missing here, so we will write here 0, c in the multiple of 0. So 2u plus 5b plus 0c is equals to 0. So we will compare ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. So what is a constant, what is the value of coefficient a here? If we compare these two, so a is compared with 2. So the value of a is 2 and the value of b is 5 and the value of c is equals to 0 because nothing is here. Coefficient c is 0. So or we can write here only 0. If we compare these two, a is 1, b is minus root 3 and c is equals to minus 4. So this is how we can represent a linear equation in two variables. Now the next topic we are having solution for a linear equation. So what is the solution? Actually, if we in the equation we are having two sides, ax plus by plus c. This is the left hand side value and 0 is the right hand side value. So the value left hand side whichever will satisfy, means both the sides should be equals to 0. If we put some values of ax, by and c, that should be equals to 0, means left hand side value and the right hand side value should be equals to 0. So what is the solution? If you want to define, a solution is always an ordered pair. Ordered pair we have discussed in the previous video, which satisfy the value of x and y, which satisfy the linear equation in two variables. A solution is always an ordered pair. Ordered pair means the value of x and y. Ordered pair. Why we call this ordered pair? This we have discussed in the previous video, which satisfy the linear equation in two variables. Suppose we are having this example here, 2x plus y is equals to 7. So if we put some value of x here, suppose 3 and y is 1, and if we solve the left hand side, 2 3 is 6 plus 1, that is 7. It means left hand side is equals to right hand side. So x and y, the value of x, ordered pair again, the value of x is 3 and the value of y is 1. So 3 and 1, because it satisfied the left hand side to the right hand side. Here is left hand side to the right hand side. So it means this is the solution of this given equation. One more example we can take. 2x plus y is equals to 7. Same example. Another value we are keeping here. Suppose we are keeping here x is equals to 2 and y is equals to 3. 2 to the 4 plus 3 is equals to 7. So 7 is equals to 7. Again the left hand side is equals to right hand side. It means one more solution of the same equation we are having, that is 2 and 3. So if we put here 0 and 7, minus 1 and 9, suppose if we are putting here 0 instead of x, so we are having 2 multiply 0 plus y. We are having here 7. So 2 into 0 it is 0 plus 7. So we are getting here 7 and right hand side is also 7. So one more solution we are getting here 0 and 7. If we put here minus 1 and 9, we'll get the same value. So it means for the same equation we are having 3 1 as a solution, 2 and 3 as a solution, 0 and 7 as a solution, minus 1 and 9 solution. So what does it mean? There are infinitely many solutions for a linear equation in two variables. So there are infinitely many solutions for a given linear equation in two variables. So this is the topic. Now we have some example here. See, the first example is x minus y upon 5 minus 10 is equals to 0. So we want to find the value of a, b and c. So what should we do? First we change this equation in the form of ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. So first step, x, we'll write here plus sign, with minus sign 1 upon 5 will come in the bracket, into y plus this minus 10 is equals to 0. Second step, we compare this with the equation, general linear equation in two variables, ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. If we compare, a is equals to 1, b is equals to minus 1 upon 5 and c is equals to minus 10. Similarly, we are having another equation in the same we have to find the value of a, b and c. So first we will convert this into the general form in the form of ax plus by plus c. 3x plus 2. Second variable is not here, so we will write this with the multiple of 0. 0 into y plus 2 is equals to 0. I told you whichever is missing, write that in the multiple of 0. If we compare this, a is 3, b is 0 and c is equals to 2. So this is how we can convert the given equation in the linear equation in two variable, and then we can find the value of the coefficients and the constant term. Now the second question is there, x minus 2y is equals to 4. We have to check that 4 and 0, root 2 and 4 root 2 are the solutions of the given equation. So we know the process that we put the given values on the left hand side and right hand side we have to prove. If both are equal, then the given solution is given values ordered pair is the solution of the equation. So we'll write here x minus 2y is equals to 4. Putting x is equals to 4 and y is equals to 0. This is our right hand side. So we will put here on the left hand side 4. This is x, 4 minus 2 into 2y means 2 into 0. Here y, value of y is 0, 2 into 0. This is 4 minus 0, 4. Left hand side is equals to right hand side. So 4 and 0 is a solution of the given equation. Similarly, second, x minus 2y is equals to 4. We have to check now that root 2, 4 root 2 is the solution. So again putting this is our right hand side. So we are putting the values in the left hand side. This is x root 2 minus 2 into 4 root 2. 4 to the 8 root 2. If we subtract, we are having minus 7 root 2 because this is 1 root 2. 8 minus 1 is equals to 7. 7 root 2. So this is not equals to 4. So left hand side is not equal to right hand side. It means 4 root 2 is not a solution of the given equation. This is one part, one kind of questions we are getting. Now the next type of question is there, write 3 solutions for pi x plus y is equals to 9. We have to find this 3 solution. So how can we find the solution? First we will reduce the equation in the one variable. If we don't want to, if we are not getting an idea what we have to put, so for always convert the given equation, reduce the given equation in the one variable. So y is without coefficient, so I will keep it as left hand side, and this 9 minus pi x I will transpose it to other side. So y is equals to 9 minus pi x. First I am putting here randomly any value you can put, plus, minus, 0, any value. So here y is dependent here on x. So we are putting the value of x. X is equals to 0. So y is equals to 9 minus pi into 0. So this becomes 0. So y is equals to 9. Similarly, I am putting now x is equals to 1. Randomly any value you can put. So I am putting here 1. So y is equals to 9 minus pi into 1. That is y is equals to 9 minus pi. Second value. Again I am putting x is equals to 2 because we have to find here 3 solutions. So y is equals to 9 minus pi into 2. 9 minus 2 pi. So we are getting here, we will put this solution in a table. So this is tabular form. X 0, then y is 9. X is 1, y is 9 minus pi. X is 2 and y is 9 minus 2 pi. So what ordered pair we are getting here? We will write that in a box. It is x and y. If we write here 0 and 9. Another ordered pair 1 and 9 minus pi. Third one 2 and 9 minus 2 pi. This ordered pair I have got from this solution. So whenever you have to find the solution, always write in this form. Find the value of k if x is equals to 2 and y is equals to 1. We have to put the values of x and y in the equation. Putting x is equals to 2 and y in equation, 2x plus 3y is equals to k. So 2 into 2 plus 3 into 1 is equals to k. We are getting here k is equals to 7. Rest in the next video. Thank you so much.